Okay. So, and hopefully it will work itself out. Yeah, I can see and hear you. Okay. So, we worked earlier on some stuff. What do you want to work on right now? What energy, what challenge do you want to work on? And when we get some more people, well, actually, you know what? Craig is here, so I'm going to explain what energy, removing energy, negative energy blocks is all about first. So it's on this recording, and then we'll go into it. But you think about what specifically you want to work on for this this time period, okay? I can't hear you. Okay, so close. You got out. You're gonna try to get back in. Okay, so energy clearing, you know, everything is energy. We're energy. Everything around us is energy. And it's kind of like if you ever watched Charlie Brown and that one kid who, I don't know his name, but he was like really dirty and he always had like this cloud of dust all around him. Our energy, you know, is beyond our body. Pigpen, yes. So our energy is beyond our body, and so we're sort of like Pigpen walking around, and dust and negative thoughts of other people and experiences and stuff like that sort of gets caught up in our energy field, right? And if it's really, really tragic, or it's something that we really, really take to heart, it's not just caught in our energy field, it is actually in our bodies. So what kind of experience are you talking about? Maybe a teacher tells you, you know, you were a very bad person. Maybe a relationship ends when you were young and the other person totally blamed you and said everything, you know, was your fault. And I had one guy who said he broke up with a girl and she told him that he was the kind of guy that would make a woman kill herself. So, but that's something he really took to heart, and that's something that he carried around with him, and it created a heavy energy block because, of course, he didn't want that to happen. So he was totally unable to manifest relationships out of the fear that he would make a woman kill herself. So it can be that. A lot of the things that we operate on as adults, we usually form during the ages of between 8 and 10. So a lot of our crap comes from our parents, not because they dumped it on us, but more so because they sold it and we bought it. You know, we learn how to be people from our parents. And so we find that with most people, if you are mimicking their behavior and you're like them, you get more attention from them and, oh, they love me, right? So you mimic their dysfunctional behavior to get that love, to get that attention, to get the affection from them. And I'm sending a message. And so, unfortunately, a lot of that negative stuff we carry with us between 8 and 10, and the people that we are most with during that time usually is our parents. So we get all of this, these negative experiences. If you were bullied as a kid in school, that negative experience is caught in your field and or your body. If you did really, really bad, if you had a speech impediment or any of those types of things and you were teased, or a teacher sort of looked down on you, or somebody called you stupid, any of those types of things can get caught in your field and or your body. And what's most important is that they stop us from moving forward and succeeding in life. It's almost like it creates a cross purpose. Okay. So you grow up and your dad was never around, or your dad wasn't around. Your grandfather wasn't around. And the guy that your mom dated would come and go, and he wasn't stable. So then as a woman or a little girl, you have a belief that men don't stay, but you want a relationship. But you have all of these beliefs, and beliefs are just things that you keep thinking over and over again, right? So you have all these beliefs that men don't stay. It's not true. I mean, those men didn't stay for whatever the reason was, but it's a belief, and now it's a block. And so you try to have relationships and they fail because something happens and the men leave, because then, the law of attraction supersedes all other laws in the universe. So if you really believe that men don't stay, law of attraction is going to move people, places, and things and deliver exactly that to you. Men will leave for whatever the reason is, and you're not able to maintain that relationship that you really want, need, desire, and are trying to manifest. So it's like that with anything. I have clients that make very good money, but it's like, I really would like to hit the 100,000 mark. But for the last 10 years, no matter what I've done, whether I've started a new business, took a part-time job, the way things work out is that I cannot hit that $100,000 mark. Well, when we started doing the energy sessions, we discovered that he has a belief that people with money are crooks. So he doesn't want to be a crook. He wants to be accepted by his family. And so truly, the universe rearranges no matter what he does, because it is a belief that is stuck in his energy field. The universe will rearrange everything so that he gets exactly what it is that he's projecting. And you can't carry around all of this negative stuff without it being projected out. And therefore, you're getting that back in your life, which then for most people is like, yes, there's proof. See, I told you men don't stay, because every relationship I've had, men leave. No matter how many jobs I have, I can't make more money than that. And so he started to believe, well, they really are crooks, right? Because I'm working legitimate jobs and I'm working hard and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I can't get beyond this. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I had to leave the house.
Of course. Okay, so there's echo. Let me turn your sound off. Okay, that works. So I have you muted just for right now, Jessica, because it was creating echo. Okay, so the importance of removing these energy blocks allows you to move forward, it allows you to manifest, and it stops you from manifesting. If you are really into manifesting and, are very goal-oriented, she needs to mute her mic. Okay, Jessica, mute your mic. Is that better? Yay, okay. So if you're into manifesting, if you are goal oriented, then it stops you from achieving your goals. It stops you from being able to manifest because you have this block. So now we know where they come from, and literally they can come from anything. It can be a conversation. One of the things earlier, just before this Blab, I got on someone else's Blab, and she was doing a tarot card reading. Hello, Victor. And so she pulled a card for me, and the card was basically saying, I told her I wanted it for finances, and the card was basically saying that I needed to forgive forgive myself and forgive those people that were involved. And it really didn't sound like it was it had anything to do with finances. But right before getting on there, I had a memory out of nowhere, right? Seemingly nowhere, about teaching people, right? So I have been a trainer and a teacher and an instructor my whole life. So when I was 18 years old, I would get out of school early and I had my own business and I was teaching. I was part of the exit program at Quantico, where people in the military, as they were exiting the service and being reoriented into civilian life, I was part of their training. So I, was teaching at AT&T and all kinds of places in DC and Northern Virginia. But I was really young. I was 18 years old. And in doing that training, I would then pick up individual clients. And so I picked up a few clients, and on many occasions, these people, I would teach them, what they said they needed to know. And then they would either take my concept or my idea and turn it into this huge business, or they would become, quite successful at doing whatever it was that I had been teaching them. And from my perspective at that time, I felt like, they had the money, they had their retirement checks, and they totally, when I say it wasn't like you came and I taught you how to make something and then you started a business making it. These people would come to me and then they would copy everything, all of my brochures. Hello, Jay, the one and only. And they would copy everything verbatim and then start a business. Okay. They would use my color scheme. They would do everything. So I was really, really hurt by that. This just came up today before I got in the shower. So I was clearing that, because we're kind of like onions, right? You're peeling back layers and layers, and things come up that you have forgotten about. So I was clearing that. And then the woman who did the tarot card reading for me, and I was asking her about finances, the message for me was I needed to forgive those people and myself, because I didn't know. Hello, thank you for joining. I didn't know. I was just young. So the point was I needed to learn a lesson. But I don't do business coaching right now because of that energy block, which I didn't know. I always just said, I don't want to be a business coach. I don't do certain coaching because of those experiences. And it has totally, and I may not, but I don't do a lot of those specific types of trainings any longer because of those experiences, which really could have held me back when I was younger and has taken me a while to get through. And my decision was solely based on these old experiences, which it was just those people. It doesn't mean everybody that, comes to me and says, hey, I want to learn how to do something is a thief, is going to steal from me or take my customers or any of those types of things. But it was definitely a block that I had in my body and all in the back of my neck and around my ears as far as in my energy field. So removing that, I felt so much better. And then I had a whole list instantly of clients that I had notes for and things I wanted to share with them, realizing that even in my current practice, I was not giving them everything because of that one block. Let me make sure I follow you. So Jessica has agreed to take the hot seat earlier today. And what we're going to demonstrate really is how to remove and how you can identify, and a very simple method for removing some of these energy blocks. Okay, so you can hear me. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. So what did you decide? Maybe you turn it down. Am I echoing to you? No. I'm just the crazy lady in the boat. Okay.
No, you sound really clear right now.
Okay. So what did you decide that you wanted to work on? There's no echo. Thank you for letting me. It's just me. Thanks for confirming I was busy.
So with me or with you?
No, they said they don't hear echo either. It's just me.
The unblock would be financial.
Okay. So the area you want to work on is your financial block. So what is your question about it? About your finances. What is your thought or your concern?
Having more finances than income.
Say it again.
Having more finances than income. Having more expenses than income.
Oh, that's right. We did. Okay. I'm trying to alleviate my echo. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is surprise. Got somebody in the seat. We're going to soften your resistance. Right?
Hey!
I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, so Jessica, we're going to do the exercise we did earlier, and this exercise is called taking out the trash. Remember that? Okay. And we're gonna. So what that's gonna do initially is just soften the negative energy blocks that you have, so that we can then do the next stage. Okay, just a minute. I have an echo. He's agreeing with me. How do I get rid of it?
It's killing.
What? Yeah, it's killing me too. How come you're the only one who can hear it? Besides me. I have two windows open.
Oh wait. It's happening with me too. Hello. It's on yours. You got the echo. Is it just your phone? Oh, because you got it in the car. You got it on the car. Lamiel, she had it on her car speakers. Hey, Mike Phillips, what's going on? We having a little technical difficulties, but just stick around. We're getting ready to get this whole party started right now. Lamiel's getting ready to come back. I know, but is it coming through your car speakers, or do you have it on speakerphone? Either way, just come back. Lamiel, come back first, Lamiel. Let me see what you got going on first.
Okay.
Yes. So it's JK knew me. Is that Jessica?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when she comes back, I think it was because it was still going on after you left with her car. I mean, with her reception. So that's what it was. Okay. I don't know. She said she had the car off, but she may have had the audio coming through the speakers in the car.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
I have a little bit of an echo.
And when you have technical difficulties like this that you don't want to record, you can stop the record and pause it.
Oh, now you tell me. It's okay. See, I still have a little echo.
Okay. I don't hear any echo right now.
Before you came on, I was the only person who heard my echo.
Yeah, it was like triple loud when I got in.
You need a microphone and some headphones to get rid of the echo.
If you can hear me echoing, anybody, please put 1 in the chat room. You can hear me echoing, put 1 in the chat. Put 1 in the chat. If you can't hear me echoing, put 0 in the chat. Did you pause the recording? Lamiel, did you pause the recording?
Okay. So I can hear everybody. I'm not echoing. So really, really quick, I just want to recap for all the people who came in, since we're talking about removing negative energy blocks, right? So I was explaining where those negative energy blocks come from and kind of describing it. The noise. That's okay. I'll just be the crazy lady and ignore it. Am I echoing to you guys?
We're going to be all night trying to figure
Nobody's
this out.
responding. I'm alone.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't hear any.
Can you guys hear me?
Echo. Yes, I can.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I hear nothing.
Yes. Is your internet? Is your connect?
Okay, so we're going to add Jessica one more time. See what happens. So,
No,
okay, so I'm going to talk. Negative energy blocks. Let me refocus here for a minute. You remember Charlie Brown? What was his name? Craig told me the name of the character. The character who was really, really dirty, that had like the clouds of dust everywhere, and everything he touched, it picked up. He was just a mess. Pigpen. You guys remember Pigpen? Right. So if you think about our energy field, we sort of have this pigpen thing going on with us in our energy field. Meaning that as we go through life, especially when we're young, and people say things to us, we have negative experiences, whether we're at, with our parents, whether we're at school, it's a teacher, whatever, that stuff gets caught up. That stuff gets caught up in your energy field. And sometimes if it is, if you internalize things long enough, or it happens enough, it moves through your energy field, and that energy gets locked in your body. So you may, you've heard the expression, they're carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, right? And somebody will say all their tension is in their neck and shoulders. Well, that's because that's where all of your negative energy is stored. It's stored right there. You people who have back pain, who are too young to have back pain, stuff happens to you, and the easiest way for you to move forward carrying all of this negative stuff that you're encountering and taking in is you energetically push it to the back, right? So that you can move forward, and you don't really know how to deal with it, or you don't want to deal with it. So you push it to your back, and then suddenly you're 25, 35, and you've got back pain, or you have hip pains. And it's just that negative energy that is stored in your body. Sometimes it's stored in your field, and an example of it being stored in your field would be like you are pretty successful at your job, and you make consistently $600,000. But no matter what you do, you can't seem, it's like you've hit a plateau. And it doesn't matter if you get 2 jobs, you change jobs, or whatever you're doing, you can't really get past that level of $600,000. And the reason is that there is some negative energy block right there that you have not dealt with that doesn't allow you to move forward. Another example of this would be one of my kids. She is a master at manifesting stuff, right? So if she literally says, I want a whatever thing for her hair, a particular flat iron, the flat iron appears. I need a new humidifier will appear. I need a new car, the car will appear. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's a material thing, it manifests for her so fast, it's almost like it is instant, like damn, didn't she just say that yesterday? And sometimes it's like a week or whatever, but I swear to you, it's like she says it and it's there. And she does it to her boyfriend too, right? So like he has a kid, and she's going to kill me for sharing all her business. But anyway, and the mother of his kid, her car broke down, right? And she was like, you're not going to be driving her around. She need to get a new car. That girl got a new car 2 days later. So she can manifest things. But what she's really was working on was, or trying to figure out was, why can't I manifest money? Like she wanted the cash in her hand. Now, if she asked for the equivalent of what she was going to buy, that would appear automatically. But there was an energy block, right? For her, hello, Cindy, manifesting physical cash. And we had to go in there and figure out where it came from. We had to figure out what it was first, and then who bought it, who sold it to her, and help her remove it. And it's something that is ongoing because it was pretty deep. But now she can say, I need $100. And she'll get a phone call to go do something, or somebody needs her to do that, or somebody will pay her to do that. She'll say, I need $20, and then she'll find a shirt she never wore, and she'll sell it, and she'll put it outside. And when she wakes up, because we have this whole online thing in Facebook in our community, so she literally puts the shirt outside, and the people come and take it, and they put the money under the rug. And she's like, money just magically appears for me, on the doorstep. Which it is now, but she had to work through those blocks. So it's important to, when you are struggling, even when you're not necessarily struggling, say with money, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's your spiritual growth. I have a client who really wants to work with her intuitive side, but her family is like really, really like Christian. And so she wants to do it, but she's scared that they're going to be like, no, that's the devil's work. And so when she decided to go ahead and start, it kept spinning. It was going nowhere, because who wants to be that opposed to their parents? So it was still a lot of energy that had to be removed. If you are wanting to just manifest things and situations and success in your life, these types of blocks are almost literally the only thing that will stop you. There's only two things that ever really stop you from manifesting. One is an unknown energy block, and the other thing is a lack of desire. Like if you really don't desire it, meaning you don't believe you can have it, you don't believe that you can manifest it, you don't believe it's possible, then you are, and really what you do is create an energy block, right? So ultimately it all leads back to that. So that's the reason that you want to clear them. Now, the way that you can identify what your blocks are, I mean, and we already know like what's on our mind. I want to pay my bills. I want to do whatever. I need a new house. I need this, that, and the other. So Jessica shared, she's going to be in the hot seat, and we're going to go through the process. She's going to go through the process in front of everybody, which is so nice of her to do. And what she really wants to change is, that she's, let me make sure I got it right, that you want to bring in more than what you are spending, right? And so the very first thing I walk through all of my clients is just softening the resistance to that situation. Okay. And the exercise that we use to soften the resistance, which makes it easier to identify, is called emptying the trash. And this is, I want you, Jessica, to get the idea or the question or your issue. So everybody can do this with whatever it is going on in your life. So if you have a business deal and you're wondering, should I move forward on this business deal? Should I go to this training? Should I go on this date? Whatever it is that's pressing, if you bring that to the forefront of your mind, you can do this exercise as well. So Jessica's going to bring up and really think about the financial situation. and the fact that she is spending a lot more than what she's bringing in on a monthly basis, right? And then I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you're going to finish. Now, the key to this exercise and being able to really empty your trash is to speak out loud.
Okay.
Okay, this is not an exercise where,
Can you hear me?
Well, you can say it out loud. Can you guys hear her?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Jessica.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to ask a series of questions, and then Jessica, you finish the questions out loud, and everyone can do this with their own issues. All right?
Okay.
So bring that issue to the forefront. Okay, and this is an exercise that you don't really have to get centered. I like to have all of my clients, when I'm working with them, connect to the light, but it's not necessary. This is going to allow you to find out what your soul is really thinking and wants you to know about this situation. So you don't have to get quiet. You don't have to, stop the world around you to find out what your soul is wanting to share with you about whatever is pressing on your mind or pressing in your life at that point. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So my mind says,
You need that.
my mind says,
It's going to look good on you.
my mind says,
You have plenty of candles. Go ahead and buy it.
my mind says,
It's just $20. No big deal.
okay. My mind says,
If the rent's late, you'll be evicted.
okay. My mind says,
Don't worry about the car note. The car's going to be there in the morning. They'll be all right.
my mind says,
Pay it, or you won't have a car in the morning.
okay. So you can do this until you have no more responses. But what I want you to do is validate what your mind is saying to you. Because on some level, it has whatever circumstances it has to feel this way and think this way, right?
Right.
So you validate that, and then now I want you to energetically drop it in the trash. Okay? Now you're going to finish the next sentence. I'm afraid of
losing everything that I've worked hard for.
I'm afraid of
not fulfilling all of my desires immediately.
I'm afraid of
my desires taking entirely too long.
Okay. I'm afraid of
that pair of cute boots not being on sale the next time I go back.
Okay. I'm afraid of
being in the same apartment one more goddamn year.
Okay. So now you know what your fears are, and you want to acknowledge them because they're based on some reality and some experience that you've had, right?
Correct.
And you're going to take that and you're going to energetically put that in the trash.
Got it.
Okay. Now what I want you to do is focus on something that's close to you. So you're not in a room. Focus on something in the car, right? I need you to look at it. Maybe look at your phone. Tell me what time it is. Okay. Oh. What was that, like baby oil in the car?
Yeah, baby oil in the car?
Okay.
He is not
Not
just me.
anymore. This is Bath and Body Works.
Okay.
We're going to the coach side right now.
Look at where Lamiel's mind is at. Look at Lamiel's mind.
That's really hard.
Right?
Hey, but I mean, I teach those kind of classes too. I'm just saying, where'd she go? She didn't fell over. She's gone.
Sorry.
Okay. So the reason I want you to focus on something that was in your area is because it brings you to present time. Okay. This is right. You're in the now. A lot of what you were afraid of and a lot of what your mind is saying to you. She's moving around and now I'm echoing.
She's moving around.
Sorry.
Okay. So am I echoing to you guys?
What did you
Shit.
Because I got hot.
What do you mean you got hot?
Okay, what if I mute her? Am I echoing to you guys now? Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay, so take a few deep breaths. And I'm gonna come out and go out and come back in.
I think she was. You did. You moved. You did. But she didn't move.
Okay, am I still echoing? Okay, great. So the reason that I wanted you to focus on something that was with you right now is because it brings you to the present tense, okay? Your mind is calculating things that have been. Your fears are based on things from the past, okay? So now I want you to focus on something so that you know you're here right now, right? This is where we are. And now I want you to finish this sentence. My soul says,
You can afford it.
are you frozen? I can't hear you.
Am I?
I heard her.
She's gone.
I heard her. She said, I want to go next.
Let's give her a minute and see if she comes back.
Does this game work for men too? Or is it,
You heard her?
oh, yes. I just want to know, does this game work for men? Or is she the only one who gets to play? I want to play too. Hey, Sister D. What's up, Gino?
Okay. I feel like it's my audio.
It could be.
It's hard for me to hear you.
I'm not saying anything. What about now? Can you hear me now? I'm going to switch total computers on y'all. Watch this. I'm going to switch the whole game up on you.
And now I'm alone. Okay, so for those of you that are, we're working through this on your own. Okay, the sentence that you're completing is, my soul says, and then you complete that sentence. Take a deep breath. My soul says, yeah, I definitely will. Actually, this is my first thing on Blab. So thank you so much. My sound is gone again. Oh my gosh. Okay.
There we go. Can you hear me?
I do hear you.
I do hear you.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Okay, Amy.
Okay, Amy.
I'm gonna put you in, and I'm gonna mute you.
I'm gonna mute
okay?
you. Okay.
So we can finish with Jessica.
Can finish with Jessica.
Okay. So
Okay.
Jessica.
So Jessica.
Take a deep breath and try to refocus.
Okay.
It's not coming in.
It's not coming in.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. I'm gonna kick everybody out of here, and we're gonna try again. Okay, go ahead and check your mic. I don't hear you.